Now the last segment of the day, guys. This is a story that has not been confirmed to either be true or inaccurate, but it popped up in the news feed the other day on social media. I decided to take a look at it. It's been coming up since 2004. There's even a picture that goes around with the story too. And it's talking about a guy who in this story, I guess, is named Jian Feng, 38 years old, said to be horrified when his wife gave birth to an ugly baby daughter. He suspected her of having an affair. His wife would then, according to the story, confess to having plastic surgery in South Korea before they met and showed him a picture of how she used to look, which was bad. You seen, like, the Tales of the Crypt guy? They kind of looked like that, but she had skin. So it wasn't good.
Damn.
He filed for divorce 2 years after marrying her during a whirlwind romance. He sued her afterwards, saying that since she had used plastic surgery, he divorced her for getting him to marry her under false pretenses and was awarded $120,000. Like I said, the story's never been properly verified and the story could be a hoax, but it got me thinking, guys. First off, what are your thoughts on that? If the story's true, what are your thoughts on how it happened? And if, say, you had money or you were going to marry someone that had money, what would you put in the prenup, and what would be unacceptable for you to have in the prenup? Like, what would a woman say, like, you can't do this? You'd be like, whoa, bitch, I don't care how good looking you are or how fat that bank account is, because it's a lot fatter than your ass. I am not going to do that. But how about you, Andrew? We'll start with you.
Let's say this guy's a giant asshole. Let's just start with that. I think that's clear.
Yeah.
But for me, when it comes to a prenup, I just got to make sure that bitch ain't touching my money. Like, if I got money, if she didn't earn no money, she ain't getting none of my money.
So what about the other
Money,
scenario
money,
where
money.
she's got more money than you?
Oh, well, then, I mean, she can keep her money.
What about, what if she would say, okay, even if the money thing, like, because the money thing's usually in the prenup, but some people put other things in the prenup. Like, I read one time about a guy that he was, it was like a wealthy guy, he put up an ad, and in the prenup it said, he speculated that his wife had to keep a certain body weight, he had to have sex with him a certain amount of times a month. What would be going too far in your eyes? Like, if a woman was like, you have to do this, if you don't do this, you're done. What would be too far for you?
I don't feel like a woman would put any, like,
But let's just say she's like
I can't even think. Like,
let's just say she's like a terrible person that's just marrying you for your looks or something like that. Like, what if she's like, if she said, if you gain more than 10 pounds during our marriage, I'm able to divorce you before the age of you're 45 or something like that.
Well, I mean, if I'm marrying her for her money, then that's probably fair in my head.
But you gotta think about it. It's kind of like, it's almost like being a professional athlete.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be working because she's hypothetically rich, so you're supposed to keep yourself in tip-top shape for her.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's very fair.
But what would be too much for you? Like
Too much.
What would be the thing? Like one thing where she's like, "You got to do this," and you're like, "Whoa, no, I can't do that."
I like money, so
Angels won't do
I
that.
wouldn't be doing no gay shit. Let's be honest about that.
So if she was like, once a year, I get to put a strap on it and do you from behind. You're like, nope, I'm not into this, no matter how much money you got.
That would probably be one of those things that would make me not sign a prenup.
All right, so do you need time to think about something else that's not my thought?
I mean, I can't think of it right now.
All right, so let me go to Josh.
Yeah, go to Josh.
And then we'll come back to you and get your
let's
thoughts.
see what this sick motherfucker has to say.
All right, Josh.
Motherfucker.
So you're rich. You're marrying some young, hot supermodel chick. You conceivably probably gone back one time and you ride a Tyrannosaurus around because you're that rich. What would you put in the prenup? Would there be something that you would require her to have to do?
This is a really good question. Cause
I know, that's why I asked him.
I know. Well, I was like the certain number of sex thing. I think that's a good rule to have. I was like, whether it's in the prenup or not. I was like, because if you guys aren't having sex with each other, what's the point in being together?
My thing is my prenup. I have like my money protected. I can divorce her and cheat on her at any time. So, because usually, like, if you get a divorce, they're gonna be like, "Here, we're gonna take your money and give us something to her because you cheated on her. That's your fault." But like, I can just divorce her. It doesn't matter if she's not having sex with me.
One thing I don't get how that would work is like, because once you're married, don't all your assets become each other's?
Not in prenups. That's what prenups are for.
That's what prenups are for, buddy. That's why they're amazing.
Well, I thought you even had to have like joint bank accounts and whatnot. I thought you were legally obligated.
No.
Okay. All right, then I'm wrong there. But yeah, I was like, if I was rich, I'd definitely protect my money, my property. Like, I'm not saying I'd leave her screwed over, like, in case of a divorce, but, like, like, I'd be protecting my interests. Like, this is my shit, this is shit I worked for,
No, I got you.
I don't think that would be unreasonable. But,
so you're saying one of the only things you'd put in there is that she'd have to have sex with, like, a certain time a month?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, especially in a scenario like this where I would imagine it'd be kind of like a false marriage. Like, if you're just rich and you're banging a supermodel, I was like, I would assume that's a fake relationship.
Yeah. Sadly, those movies don't work out where some ugly chick that wears glasses and works as a receptionist for the huge bank in the world, and the boss comes down one day to pick up his mail and goes, "Oh my God, she's a radiation of booty. Where'd you come from? I grew up in a trailer park in Alabama. God damn it!
We're gonna make a lady out of you yet. I'm gonna have you."
Yeah, sadly that doesn't happen in the real world very often.
Yeah, sorry, bitches.
I guess if I were doing it, since it's not fair to ask you guys what you would do and not say myself what I would do, I really can't think, because I gotta think if I had more money and I was marrying it just out of lust, because if I'm marrying a hot chick, chances are it's probably just because she's hot, if I'm that rich.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd have to put the number of times a month having sex, because I assume it's going to be a loveless marriage, just kind of superficial bullshit. For a real prenup, if I love the girl, I guess I just want to protect my money to a fault. Like Josh said, if we got divorced, I'd give her some money because I'd care for her, obviously. But I think I have a stipulation there, like if you cheated on me or there was proof of you cheating on me or something like that,
that makes
then you're entitled to nothing. Because if I love you and you hurt me that much, you don't deserve a damn thing, in my opinion.
You just got to be careful with the old alimony thing. I hate the alimony thing. But I mean, I guess it's fair. If you marry a chick and you guys have kids and she quits her job to take care of the kids, if you get a divorce after that, you have to pretty much
pay back that money she would have made.
You have to basically pay for her every month, like a lot of money, decent, for her to live. That could hurt a lot.
It can.
Yeah. But if I'm hypothetically rich, as we're talking about here, it wouldn't be anything.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm just saying, if you get married, you'd be like, no, you have a kid, you stay working.
Yeah,
keep on working.
Yeah, because this would be a completely different scenario if we were marrying for love. Like this would not be our general opinion.
Yeah.
This is not like our whole opinion on marriage. I'm gonna get me and mine. Like that's not what we're looking at.
It kind of is, but
yeah.
All right, Dad,
take that money.
Yeah, let's flip the script here. Now you're marrying a chick that has a lot of money. She's writing her prenup. What would be in that prenup for you that would be unacceptable? That you would be like, nah, we can't do this marriage now. And I'm talking like Swiss bank accounts, more than 6 figures in the bank.
I'd be totally fine with her doing the same thing I was doing. Protect your money, protect your shit. I was like, that's totally understandable. I think the only thing that would be unacceptable is it's stuff that makes me have to bend over backwards all the fucking time. I could not do that. I understand doing shit for the people you love, but this would not be one of those situations. We would not be marrying for love. You'd just be a bitch that's there to do whatever she fucking asked you to do.
Josh, I will not be a maid.
Yeah, I was like, I won't be a bitch. Is what I'm getting at.
I'm not gonna be your bottom bitch, all right?
Yeah.
So what kind of task would that be? Josh, you don't have the laundry by the time I get home. I beat you with a belt. Stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound too terrible if you bitch.
He's I'd do that.
I mean, if she's that rich, she should have a maid anyway. I mean, shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, fine, you ain't getting none of this D. And she would be unhappy, right?
And then she'd probably get rid of you because it's probably in the prenup.
Yeah, and she could. And if she's that rich, she could get another D.
No, she can't. You're not as adequate as mine.
Josh, you don't know how ugly she is, okay?
She could pay for the guy to get augmentated to be better than you.
Whoa, buddy. Where the f*** are you living in?
Hey, he's saying she's making 6 figures. She's got more than
6 figures,
Yeah,
bro.
more than 6 figures.
6 figures doesn't let you augment humans.
6 figures.
Well, I thought we were just talking about penis.
It'd have to be 7 figures is million, so we'd have to be figuring it up there. Get some figures. You know what I'm talking about.
You said figure 8 times in that sentence.
Yes, you did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I really don't know what the fuck you were talking about. I just
Get
know
some 9 figures. How about 9 figures?
All right.
Might be able to afford that kind of stuff. You can't afford me without 9 figures. That's all I know.
Hey, ladies, we'll post a picture after this. If you got 9 figures, he's out there. He's waiting on you. Andrew's love advice. He's got great love advice, and it can be bought for 9 figures. This is 2 things. I guess I kind of in the same boat as you guys are. If I were marrying a chick, she had a lot of money, had stuff in the prenup. Yeah, I mean, like Andrew said, the weight thing, I find that fair. If a girl has 8, 9 figures and just wants me to stay in tip-top shape for her, that's perfect for me, because the biggest problem I have with going to the gym now is like, man, I got work, I got class, like, I'm tired, I can't, like, I try to go to the gym, I go to the gym as much as I can, but if she's paying for everything for me, there's like a maid at the house, and all I'm supposed to do is like, you gain 10 pounds, you're done. Dude, I'm gonna have a 6-pack, dude. I'm gonna be looking like an NFL player.
Damn right.
If I can just work out all the time, everything's paid for me. I guess if she put something in the prenup and I wouldn't like it, man.
Yeah, it's a hard question.
It is a hard question because it's almost like those hypotheticals you have with your friends. Like, okay, Rosie O'Donnell's got 8 figures, all right? She wants to have sex with you. Will you do it? Like,
how many of those figures do I get?
Are the lights on? Like, do I have to?
Does she talk during this?
I was like, that, like, you kind of have to like find yourself like
Can you
really
use something to give yourself a hard on? Because I won't be able to do it.
Yeah, I was like, you probably have to, but like, it's hard to think of because you have to think of someone who's like really fucked up, like doing situations you would not picture anybody doing. That's the hard part trying to find.
Golden showers. No, not doing it.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's gross stuff. Like kinky stuff in the bedroom, like really kinky stuff, like, handcuffs, that's fine. I'm not really into it, but you can do it. You got like so much money, I'm enjoying life. You're not pissing on me, you're not shitting on me, nothing like that,
Yeah, that's a little too much.
That's a little gross.
Like, that's where we draw the line.
Yeah, I'm not kissing other dudes. Like, I don't care what gets you off, I'm not doing that. Nope, I gotta stand up for what I believe in. That's not kissing dudes. I don't got anything wrong with kissing dudes. You kiss dudes out there, that's fine. It's your own thing. I got no problem with gays. I just don't enjoy kissing dudes,
Just ain't for me.
Yeah, kissing's something I do because I enjoy it. I just don't enjoy
kissing the
guys.
bitches.
Kissing the bitches and smacking the hoes.
Yeah. Josh McEwen's dad with the bitches and hoes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, now it gets me to the part is like, okay, so we kind of got completely away from the story. How to get back into it. He said the kid was ugly, and so he thought he was cheating on her. So he must have a very huge opinion of his own self. Like, I am so handsome, there's no way that ugly little piece of Satan is mine. That bitch is way too ugly to be related to me.
Well, I mean, I was like, the ugly thing might not have anything to do with it. It could be the fact that it's like, hey, look at these features. Look at these like features. He doesn't look like anything like us.
But it says ugly.
I know it says ugly, but like when you're looking at features, like I don't have that. It's like I don't have that. She doesn't have that.
Let's be
what
honest.
The fuck?
If you want to be like, he might have just been one of those guys like, I want a son. Doesn't have a penis. You failed me.
I mean, it could be that. I was like, because they were Chinese, right?
Dude, I wasn't gonna go there.
They only got the one chance.
I mean, they do have that problem though. Like,
I wasn't gonna go there. God damn it, guys. I was trying to stay away from it. I even rephrased what I had just said to avoid that, and Josh goes right into it. Boom.
Hey, I mean, we don't sugarcoat shit here.
We've only had 4 podcasts. We don't know what we do yet.
Well, now we're gonna find out.
Now we're not sugarcoating shit.
From now on, gloves are off.
We keeps it real.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah, our podcast.
Yeah, that's when we get rated by a whole bunch of fucking.
It's gonna go on iTunes. Like, these are the guys with the most racist sons of bitches ever. They mean keeps it real equals racist. That's not review. You fucking bastards. The love advice is horrible. All he talks about is how big of a dick he has and how good looking he is. Now everyone else sucks.
When keeping it real means you're white and racist.
Oh my god. We have fun in the podcast. If you guys don't realize this is very enjoyable for us to just bullshit around talking about these dumbass stories. Oh god, you see what goes on in the break. But anyways, yeah. Isn't he very conceited to think that his kid's too ugly to be mine? Would you ever say that, Andrew?
I might.
Well, yeah,
might.
that was a dumb question to ask you. How about you, Dash?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't think that. I was like, I know I'm not the best looking guy in the world. I was like,
And that's
So we
great
got-
podcasts.
We got the conceited and the down on himself. Like, right sitting right where it shows, like, I'm hot as shit. I'm not that good looking. It's like Eeyore.
nobody likes me.
Oh, God. But yeah, like I said, no one can really confirm the story. I'd like to know what the viewers think. What would you guys put in the comment section? If you came into a large sum of money, say you found a hard drive and you find a cryptic password for it and you get $8.2 million and then you are then able to marry somebody and have them sign a prenup, what would you put in the prenup? And flip the coin. Say someone else finds $8.2 million and they go to marry you. What would be unacceptable for you for them to put in the prenup? Like, what would you not put up with? Give us a drop in the comment section. Like our Facebook page. Guys, I think it was a decent show today. What do you guys got to say about the podcast today?
I think it was pretty good. You fucking listen.
Yeah, man. I was like, definitely one of our darker podcasts, but I think one of our better ones.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're finding a groove here. It's hard when you don't really have the feedback that you were looking for. And I'm not... in all honesty, I'm going to get a little deep here, which is what we don't do on the podcast. In all honesty, it's tough to keep putting something out and not have the viewership, at least from the people that you want to be viewing the podcast. We do this for ourselves because we enjoy it as a hobby. It's cool for us to get together on the weekend and talk about some dumb little stories and just joke around because we do have a lot of fun doing this. But the intention of this was for us to get better and for our friends to listen to it and enjoy it and hopefully build a fan base. And it's tough to build a fan base when the people that you thought would be viewing it aren't viewing it, you know? We got some likes on the Facebook, on the YouTube from like Morocco and Slovakia. That's awesome, you know? People viewing it from different countries is awesome. I didn't think that in the first 3 weeks we'd have people viewing it from different countries, even on a medium like YouTube. You know, and I joke around. My goal for this is not to become YouTube famous and to make money off of this and like quit my day job to make podcasts and YouTube videos. That's not the goal. My goal is to get better at giving you guys a podcast, maybe get into the radio industry at some point, and just make an enjoyable show that when you have 15, 20 minutes free and you say, hey, what did the guys talk about today on the podcast? These guys are generally pretty funny. Let's see what they got to say. That's what we want, man. We're trying to make Facebook pages. We're going on podcast sites to upload this stuff. We're trying to get out there. We're trying to branch it out. But we need feedback to make this better. We don't know what you guys like. We don't know what you guys dislike. We need to know. Do you guys like the cursing? Do you guys like the sexism? Do you guys like the selective racism? Some of you probably do. We can't be racist all the time. We're not going to be racist all the time. But we need to know what you guys like and what you dislike. And it's disheartening when people aren't listening, you know? And we just, honest to God, we joke around about people not listening. It does kind of hurt their feelings a little bit to not have views. It's just how it is. So we're going to keep on doing this. We want some support. We want some feedback. Please, 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 guys, let us know what you like. And we'll be back next week, man. Hope you guys will be too.